I'm happy I didn't pass up on these pants in Ross just because they had a back gap. Instead, I learned how to fix them, and you should learn too. Here's how.
First, I tried the pants on to see exactly how much I needed to take in at the back. Once I found the waist gap, I pinched the excess fabric together and secured it with a safety pin. This just helps me to keep the exact measurement I need while taking the pants off and removing them to my sewing table. With the pants laid flat, I decided to start by removing the pink bows detail on the back. I knew when I purchased these pants I was not a fan of the bows, so I carefully removed them without damaging the pockets. Before removing the safety pin, I use my chalk to mark exactly where the gap met. This helps me keep my measurements accurate once the pin is removed. After marking it, I took the safety pin out and used the center back belt loop as my guide for finding the true center of the pants. As you can see, the chalk markings weren't perfectly on both sides of the belt loop, so I grabbed my tape measure to double check everything. The total gap measured 2 inches, which means I needed to remove 1 inch on each side of the center back. Once I had the correct measurements, I went back and marked them properly. Then I removed the center back belt loop and started unpicking the center back seam. I continued to open that seam all the way down to where the curve begins, which gave me enough room to make the adjustments that I needed. Right where I removed the belt loop, I marked the exact center of the back waistband. I then cut along that center line, which makes it much easier to take in the center back seam. To give myself enough room to work with, you can see here I also opened up about 3 inches of the waistband on each side of the center back. Once everything was opened up, I transferred my measurements and drew my stitching lines. Starting at the top of the section I was taking in, I drew a gradual angled line down to where the curve begins. I repeated the same thing on both sides so everything would stay symmetrical. Next, I pinned the layers together and sewed directly along those lines using a straight stitch. Once I confirmed everything was laying correctly, I trimmed away the excess fabric and finished the raw edges with my serger. To finish it off, I added a top stitch over the seam. This step helps to blend in the stitching that was already there on the pants and that it looks professional. Before closing up the waistband, I tried the pants on to make sure the fit was exactly how I wanted it. While the center back adjustment definitely improved the fit, I still felt like the waist was a little too loose for my liking. To bring it in more, I decided to add 2 darts in the back. I measured about 3 inches away from the center seam on each side and marked out approximately 1 inch darts. And then I stitched the darts down and pressed them into place. Once the darts were finished, I tried the pants on one more time. This time I was much happier with the fit. The waist sat closer to my body and the gap was gone. And everything looked much more tailored. Now I was satisfied with the fit. I could move on to closing the waistband up. Since the original gap measured 2 inches and I took that amount out through the center back seam, then added 2 1-inch darts on each side, I needed to reduce the waistband to match the total amount that had been removed from the pants. I measured the waistband adjustment, marked it out, and trimmed away the excess before sewing the 2 ends of the waistband back together. Once the waistband was resized, I was ready to reattach it to the pants, and we are so close to getting this alteration done. Before closing everything up, I reattached the center back loop onto the top of the waistband and pinned the bottom portion in place. Doing this first helps keep the belt loop secured when the waistband is sewn back into the pants. Once I pin my waist back onto the rest of the pants, I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine. For this step, it's important to use thread that closely matches the original stitching. Taking the time to match your thread color helps the alteration to blend in seamlessly and gives the finished product a much more professional look. This is how the pants came out. No more back gap. Love that I am able to do this, and I won't shy away from buying pants just because the waist is a little bit too big.